Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great start of the weekend so far, and welcome to this new video on Bitcoin. We're back again. Bitcoin has done some incredible things, or at least, pretty incredible things over the course of the last 24 hours. And at the moment, I'm not sure how all of you are feeling, but at the moment, I think that the energy in the market is quite euphoric, which is great as long as it lasts, right? We have a lot of coins doing incredible right here, especially meme coins that already started over the course of yesterday evening, but that's also a reason to be slightly cautious, right? So we'll talk about that in this video. Obviously next week we have the FOMC, we have the interest rate decision coming up. That is very often a major event, right? Not only the event itself, which at this point of time it's quite clear that the interest rate is going to go down by 25 base points. As you can see right here, it's about a 94% chance. But it's going to be very interesting what they will say during the press conference afterwards, and if that's actually the result. But also how the market is going to act in the days before that. What we have seen sometimes is that we see some major de-risking going into the event, and it could very well be a sell the news event. And that's very much in line with what with the price action that we're seeing right now. Like I said, if you take a look at the market right now, there's a lot of great momentum, and if you look at Bitcoin here, it all looks good, right? You can see right here that when on Friday, from Thursday to Friday, when we had quite a lot of momentum right here, there was momentum. The volume was quite low, but then after that, we held the single print imbalance that we left with that move, with that low volume move, and we held that beautifully. And again, so far today, obviously it's weekend, right? Especially Saturday. For altcoins, I think it's going to be quite volatile. For Bitcoin, I think it's going to be quite quiet. But so far, you can see again yesterday with the momentum that we had over the course of the end of the US session, we left some imbalances. We have dropped down into those imbalances during the Asian session today. And again, the reaction has been incredible. So at this point of time, both technically and fundamentally, because fundamentally, yesterday we already established that we have a pretty major Coinbase Bitcoin premium, which is still the case at this point of time, as you can see right here. I assume, yeah, it is a very, very major Coinbase Bitcoin premium. And then when we're talking about general financial markets, those are also doing great, right? Those made new all-time highs again on Friday. So the fundamentals are great, the technicals are great. So it would be foolish for me to be bearish here, and that's also not what I am. Like I said, today it's probably going to be, volatility is possible. I think, in general, what I expect here is that we'll see continuation. Worst case scenario, we will still pull back into 110.13 and 110.13.5. But I'd say given the momentum and given the reactions that we've seen on the lower time frames, I'd say that's unlikely. And I think it's more likely that we're heading up to that main resistance level between 118 and 119,000, which, as you can see historically, is also a very respected level. So those are my thoughts. Altcoins will look at Bitcoin for that, but I do have to say, and I do want to end this video by saying that altcoins at this point of time very much are more interesting than Bitcoin. Most altcoins, except for WorldCoin, are outperforming Bitcoin. There is a lot of momentum for certain coins, so I would focus on those. But ultimately, look, Bitcoin can still give you a bit of a guide on the general market direction. I still think it works in that sense, but yeah. That's what I think you need to know about Bitcoin for now. And then I will still talk a little bit more tomorrow, but also going into next week about the interest rate decision that we have on Wednesday and the potential effects that could have, because that can create some major moves, also downwards. All right. So those are my thoughts. That's what I think you need to know for now. So thank you for watching. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend, and bye.